Donald Trump may have just landed himself in jail for pretrial detention. What is going on here? Listen to this. Yesterday, we spoke about Donald Trump's threats being made. Yes, to the special prosecutor, Jack Smith, but more generally to people who are involved in one way or another with Trump's prosecution. And Trump was told not to communicate with witnesses, which he is now doing through social media in multiple ways. Let's remind ourselves of what was said. Donald Trump posting to Truth Social in all capital letters, quote, "If you go after me, I'm coming after you." As I told you yesterday, this led to the Department of Justice filing for a protective order. There was an initial timeline for that. Trump asked for an extension. The judge said no, and we're still figuring out how that's going to finally get adjudicated. In the meantime, Donald Trump went back on Truth Social and this time talked about Mike Pence, posting, quote, "Wow, it's finally happened. Little Mike Pence, a man who was about to be ousted as governor of Indiana until I came along and made him VP, has gone to the dark side. I never told a newly emboldened, not based on his 2% poll numbers, Pence, to put me above the Constitution, or that Mike was too honest. He's delusional. And now he wants to show he's a tough guy. I once read a major magazine article on Mike. It said he was not a very good person. I was surprised, but the article was right. Sad." This is related to reports that Pence's testimony might be a big factor in Trump's trials, an article I just showed you in the last segment. This goes directly counter to what the judge told Trump to do as far as the pretrial conditions. The Washington Post has an extensive article about what happened in the courtroom last week. And it says, quote, "Next, the judge tells Trump he may not communicate with any witness about the facts of the case without an attorney present." Quote from the judge now, "I want to remind you, it is a crime to intimidate a witness or retaliate against anyone for providing information about your case to the prosecution or otherwise obstruct justice. Do you understand these warnings, sir?" And Trump nodded, but he didn't say anything, which led to the judge to say, "Having heard these conditions, are you prepared to comply with them?" Trump stands, right hand in the air, agrees to comply with the conditions of release. Trump is directly violating that instruction here. Trump is responding to Mike Pence on the basis of Mike Pence's believed previous and potential future participation in this case as a witness. This is arguably a form of communicating with witnesses, and I would argue even attempting to tamper with them or influence them. And for all of the talk from people around Donald Trump about freedom of speech, it's all about this exact type of thing. The charges, the indictments, they are not because Trump spoke. As it says in the indictment, Trump can say, "I won." Trump can lie and say, "I won." That is all perfectly legal. But the problem is that he actually tried to defraud and disenfranchise voters by virtue of the fake elector scheme, pressuring public officials, etc. This statement from Trump to Mike Pence, the one we talked about yesterday about "if you come after me, I will come after you," these are all super clearly about the indictment. So could Trump be jailed for violating the conditions of his release? Absolutely. If Judge Chutkan were to do that, obviously, it would completely implode both Trump's campaign and his ability to prepare for other trials. I, at the same time, believe that even though it would completely derail Trump's ability to campaign, most of his supporters would stick with him, even if he was in jail being held in pretrial detention. Sometimes when you get detained pretrial, you are there until the trial. And right now, Trump's lawyers are trying to delay all of these trials. If, and this is very hypothetical, if Trump were to be pretrial detained by virtue of his violation of the orders of release, it may be the worst thing in the world for him that his lawyers are doing what they can to delay the trial, because it will just lead to Trump sitting around in jail even longer. Do I think it's likely to happen? No. Is it possible? Absolutely. Does this meet the criteria violating what Judge Chutkan put out 100%. Travel has really been resuming for both work and pleasure over the recent months. The last thing you want on your trip is to get sick, locking you in your hotel room, or maybe even worse, the hospital. But you do have to be prepared. The doctors at Mayo Clinic have developed an iPhone app that helps users safeguard their health during travel. It's called My Travel Health, one of our sponsors today. My Travel Health provides tips for preventing and handling illness while you travel. It also lets users receive security alerts from the U.S. State Department about the specific country that you're in. It provides country-specific vaccine recommendations from the CDC. It locally stores critical information like passports and visa records, immunization records, allergy alerts. I've used the app. It's awesome. Hugely helpful when I'm either on vacation or traveling for work. You just have to plan for the worst, whether it's a respiratory infection or a blood clot or heat exhaustion. My Travel Health will just walk you through how to address it while traveling. Download the app for iPhone at davidpakman.com/travel. The link is down below.